I think I understood from an early time that what I needed to do is just be really good at what I did and
Were you
proficient.
driven by money?
No, not at all.
Never. But everybody says that. I mean, like
No,
you're a broke actor, correct? When you started,
Sure.
and you're not driven by any money at that time. Like, hey, like if I get a big movie, it's going to pay for things. I have a nice home. See, California's expensive to, half your money. You got to make like 10 times more money than anywhere else because you give it all to the state when you live in California.
That's for sure. Yeah, they tax the hell out of you.
Correct. So you're telling me at no point the thing of like I'd like to make money. It's that or I work at Starbucks.
It just wasn't.
You're like coffee.
Honestly, I was raised in a family. I was raised with. I mean, I had 10 brothers and sisters. Okay, and it was like my family wasn't wealthy, and I was vaguely aware that there were financial difficulties, but they never complained about it, and they didn't give a hoot about it. And I asked my dad about it one time, and he says, "It doesn't matter what you make." He says, because whatever it is, you're going to live to just beyond your means. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are, you're going to live beyond your means. So I always took that into consideration. And, when I was making nothing, and as a student, I think I was on $100 a month. And that was to pay rent, and buy your food and your car fare and tuition and like just everything. It was pretty difficult. But I thought that was a king's ransom, And of course, I sort of hit a peak, like maybe about 10 years ago, where I was taking insane, amounts of money and percentages of back end and stuff like that. And that was more about lawyers and agents, I just, people like Brian Gumbel or who's that other, Matt Lauer would ask you on the Today Show, you're paid this and you're paid that. Do you think you're worth it like that? Well, my response was, well, Hollywood is not a charitable institution. They're not giving it to you because they feel sorry for you. They're giving it to you because it's worth it to them.
Right. If not, they wouldn't pay it. It's a business.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that's frustrating when non-business people criticize what other people make. The same. You should have said about Matt Lauer, are you worth $30 million? Not based on the ratings.
Yeah, right. Well,
when you call me and I would have.
I actually did find out what he made, so
$20
I was tempted to ask him the question back, but I thought that's kind of a cheap shot. I'll let him live with it,
I don't think he lived with it.
No.
No, I think he moved on to the next interview.
I got more hair than him.
Where does this interview rank in the highlight of your life?
This one here?
This one right here.
Wow.
In terms of moment of your career,
This is perhaps the noisiest interview I've ever had.